All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Christina Martinez Williams. I live in Fort Washington, Maryland. I have been drinking ketones now for the last 7.5, almost 8 years, and I've been sharing them for the last 6. I'm married and have 2 little girls who are not so little anymore. Actually, one of them comes up to here on me now, and the other one up to here. They are about to pass me, which is crazy because when I got started drinking ketones, they were 8 months old. I was breastfeeding one, and the other one was 2 years old, and things have shifted so much. They've changed so much. My body has changed. Ketones have completely shifted my body composition. I've dropped 10 pounds, more than 10 pounds, 30 pounds of fat, 10 pant sizes. And then I've also gained lean and toned muscle. So people used to ask me if I was pregnant when I was 8 months postpartum. Now they ask me if I do CrossFit, and I don't. I do walk, I do move my body and do water aerobics, but I do not do all the extra that it looks like my body is doing. So we're going to talk about what is this stuff. I call it my mom magic, but it's really actually ketones that you put in a bottle of water, whatever type of bottle of water, you mix it up, you shake it, and then you drink it within 30 minutes, once or twice a day, and you get into a state of therapeutic state of ketosis. That means that you have ketones in your blood. If you were to prick your finger and test your blood, you have ketones in your blood. And that state is amazing. And we're going to talk about what happens when you're in that state of ketosis and why your body loves that, prefers that, enjoys that place the most in place of glucose, or not in place of it. It will always choose it though over glucose, but it loves it better than glucose because it's more efficient fuel source. So I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to talk a little bit about what ketones are, and then we're going to listen to a couple of stories, and then we're going to talk about how some ways to get started, listen to another story, and then we're going to say goodnight. So let me share my screen, and we'll look at this. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. We are going to start with this one, the very first one, which is about Ketones Nat. Nat, it just stands for naturally fermented because these are the only ketone in the world that are bioidentical, meaning the same exact molecule as what your liver creates. And your liver only creates it if you're eating super strict medical keto diet or if you're fasting more than 36 hours. So that's really exciting because within 1 hour or even within a few minutes with our liquid ketone technology, you will be in ketosis and have this fuel source for your brain, your heart, your muscles. They prefer it over carbs and sugars. And they will use it because it's more efficient. It's sending more energy to your cells, it's sending more oxygen to your cells, and it is letting everything happen at a more efficient space. You get to operate like you're a hybrid car that's operating on electricity instead of gas. And that is really exciting because that means that you get a lot of benefits. So before we get to some of those benefits, we're going to look at a few of the things about these special ketones. So these were developed by the Navy SEAL divers who needed to find, it wasn't developed by them, it was developed by doctors, but it was because of Navy SEAL divers who were diving so deep that their brains were oxidizing when they were coming up and when they're in that space. But they couldn't follow a keto diet because kids with epilepsy was using keto diets to be able to manage their seizures, but they couldn't do that. And they couldn't fast and they couldn't eat so restricted in that way. So Dr. D'Agostino and some other people were trying to find a way to help them have the state of ketosis for their brains to give their brains that fuel. And as a result, we have what we have now. But this has been now gone through so many iterations that it's been formulated by doctors and scientists. It's all natural ingredients. There is no glucose in here. There's no gluten in here. And it is proven to be effective. There are so many studies that we have out now, and we even have 205 granted and pending patents. Most companies have one, if that. And we have 205 granted and pending patents that are protecting our ketones. So they are the only ketones that are going to give you and get you into ketosis in an hour, that are 100% the same as what your body creates, and that are 100% bioavailable, meaning your body can use and absorb all of them instead of 50% or less. And that is exciting because we get to use that fuel source. Most of us have not been in ketosis since the womb. and breast milk has ketones. So when I breastfed Zariah, my youngest, when I started drinking ketones, I was giving her what she already was getting from me prior to me drinking ketones. And I did that for a year and a half with her when I was drinking ketones. We have so many flavors as well. And there's been a little birdie that is communicating that there's some flavors that are coming very, very soon that are super exciting flavors. And they're in addition to all of our more than 10 to 20 flavors that already exist. So we're going to talk about the benefits. What do ketones do? Why do they do that? So ketones are about fat loss. That's why I came into this conversation. I had gained a bunch of weight from pregnancies, didn't lose it, and needed to get that fat off, and felt terrible about myself in the process, and really wanted to feel differently. They're about a healthy energy, better mood, mental clarity, better sleep, muscle preservation, hormonal balance, decreased appetite, reduced cravings for carbs, better cognition, and even better skin. It's not on here, but it is, I think, on being on the box, and I've experienced that as well. So I'm going to move to hear some stories, and I have some amazing women here who are going to share their experience with ketones with you. And I want you to drop in the chat first while I'm bringing them on. I want you to drop into the chat, if you're already drinking ketones, what is your favorite benefit? And if you've lost any fat, you can tell us how many pounds of fat you've lost as well. I'm going to call for Tracy to come and share with us first. Tracy, can you come off mute and share? Is it allowing you to?
There we go.
Awesome.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tracy, for being here.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Hi, my name is Tracy. I'm from Illinois. I started kind of my lifestyle journey change in May of 2020. I had and the reason why is no energy, didn't have any control over what I ate. But most importantly, I went to the doctor, and my doctor was not happy with my blood work in any way, shape, or form. I have had 4 back surgeries, so I couldn't really be a slave to the gym. And there are just certain exercises I can't do. So I had done a little bit of research. I did not want to be on medication in any way, shape, or form. So I looked into intermittent fasting, and I started that. But I still didn't really feel like I was getting good energy. It was just things still were off. And my girlfriend, who also was intermittent fasting, she found ketones, and she said, "Hey, they have this 60-hour reboot." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, do you want to do it with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So that was in October of 2020 is when I started drinking ketones. And the reboot went great. I had energy. I made it through. Prior to the 60-hour, the longest I had done was about 20. So I was super excited. They tasted amazing. I was not hungry during that 60-hour reboot. I haven't stopped since. I absolutely love them. Then jump forward to April of 2021. I had dropped 94 pounds of fat. I don't even know how many sizes. I didn't count. I just knew I fit into a size 6. My doctor was so happy with my blood work. He gave me a hug. It was simply amazing, and I absolutely love them and will continue to drink them forever.
Wow, Tracy, thank you for sharing. That's so, I'm always blown away, even though I hear all the time when people share just exactly what happens in their bodies, and the body composition change is real, and it's something that takes time, but it's something that happens. And it doesn't happen in the same way for everyone, and you're going to hear that in a second from our other friend that's here to share too. But I want to talk about why that happened. So why did Tracy lose 94 pounds of fat? And why did she also experience this amazing transformation and ability to go 60 hours without eating? And you can do that reboot with us. It's an amazing process, but you don't have to start that way. We'll talk about some ways to get started. Some people do start way like Tracy. So ketones are reducing your cravings for carbs, and the reason why they're doing that is because they're fueling your brain. Most of our brains are fueled by glucose, they're fueled by carbs and sugars, and so much so that our brains is calling us for more because they don't have any more energy. They need the energy for glucose lasts for like 30 minutes and then it calls you for more. Literally calls you for more. You walk wherever you're going, you look at something and you have to eat it. I've experienced it, I've felt it, even when I've been in ketosis. After I've been in ketosis, if I'm not in ketosis, I notice the difference of what my brain does if I'm in a place where there's carbs. But when my brain has ketones, it's fueled, it's satisfied for 4 to 7 hours, and our brains don't need anything else. So they're going to call us for the things they do need, which are proteins and veggies and the things that are healthy for our bodies. But it's not going to call you for those carbs and sugars. So your appetite's reduced, you're sleeping better. Fat loss happens in sleep a lot. You also are having more energy to move your body, and you have more ability to control everything because you also have better motivation, better mood, and you can do more and make the decisions that you want to make. So thank you for sharing, Tracy. Your story is super powerful, and I'm thankful that you're here. She's been here for 4 years. I've got to see her many events. It's been an amazing opportunity also to develop a relationship as well with Tracy. All right, Candace is here and she's going to share next her story with ketones.
Hi, everybody. My name is Candace. I'm in Maryland, and I've been drinking ketones almost 2 years. The benefits that I notice are, well, probably some of all of the list that Christina shared, but the main ones that I noticed initially were improved mood and mental clarity. And it was almost like a light bulb went on in my mind, and I could immediately access the tools that I needed to do my most important job, which is to be a mom. So with my kids and felt my tolerance kind of getting short, that happens a lot, being pulled in lots of different directions. But I noticed once I started drinking the ketones that I had a little bit more to give, and I could show up for them in the way that I intended to, with patience and calmness and presence. And that to me was the most important benefit. And that's the reason why I started increasing the number of shakers that I would drink each day. So I started with one and then I went up to two. And then, some days it's even more. But I noticed that having that in the morning would give me that benefit. And then I said, well, let me just see what happens if I do it right before they get off the bus in the afternoon. So I would do it at that time too. And it was, to me, it just allowed me to feel more joyful and present with them. And the mood lift is also something. There was no, I didn't feel dull. I didn't have. I just felt happier about all the things, like all the, the mediocre things that moms have to do. So those two are the main two that I first noticed. And then I also noticed that I had muscle preservation. So I was starting to notice more tone in my body. I used to work out before kids, twice a day. I was in the gym all the time. I was a personal trainer. And then after having kids, my time for exercise went down to 0. And some days I try to get at least 5 minutes a day of exercise. And I noticed that 5 minutes was actually turning into producing the same effect that it did for my body when I was in the gym multiple times a day. So this was something that actually someone had to point out to me because I didn't even see the change. But, I went to a family reunion and my cousin said, hey, you started working out again. I was like, no, I haven't. And it was because my body was changing because of the ketones, and my lifestyle hadn't changed in terms of how much exercise I had been doing. So those are the 3 things that I noticed and that keep them in my routine every day.
Awesome. Candace, can I ask you to share too? I hear you often talk about your view of ketones as your self-care and how they give you time back in your day. I know we often talk about how we don't have enough time in our day, and I think that aspect of your story is really powerful. Can you share that aspect as well?
Yeah, I think of it like, I mentioned self-care because I feel it gives me capacity. It just kind of broadens my capacity to do things. which it may not give me more minutes or seconds of time, actual time, but I feel like I have more presence in those moments that I'm with whatever I'm doing. So I feel like I'm not kind of stretching myself as much. I'm able to do things more fully and feel like, time is on my side.
Awesome. Thank you. I I love that both Candace and Tracy have experienced a transformation and have experienced that in a very holistic way. And in a way that is much greater and farther reaching than just fat loss. And although Tracy's fat loss and her doctor giving her a hug is huge after she was admonished for her health prior, that's huge. And the holistic health, the health span that we gain from ketones, and ketones actually elongating our lives, which is exciting, is really powerful. And it's because this is a technology. This isn't just a supplement that's of magnesium or calcium, although that's in our ketones, but this is more than that. This is something your body was created to use. It's what your body was created to run on. And when it does, we get to have an optimal health. We get to optimize our health and we get to live our best lives. And when I know when I even just have a little headache, it makes things harder. I'm shorter with my kids. I'm shorter with my husband. I don't get as much done. But when I feel good and don't have that headache, for example, then I do more and I show up better. I show up as a better me. And that's what ketones get to do for us. And because it's a technology and because your body knows exactly how to use it, your body will use it in the way that it needs it. So for Candace's body, her body needed it to continue to preserve and protect, but also grow her muscles and also to give her that capacity for herself and for her family. And then for Tracy, for her ability to have controlled appetite and then to be able to shift her body composition and feel better in the process and have that mood change as well. So I'm gonna show you a few ways to get started, and then I have one more person who's gonna get to share with you. So let me share my screen once again, and we are here. All right. So how can you get started? There's so many ways for you to get started, and it can be overwhelming when you go to the website. So first and foremost, always return back to the person that invited you to this call and ask them tell them what your goals are and ask them how they think you might get started, and they'll give you some ideas. But these are the best ways to think first to get started. So we have a Curious bundle. That's just a bundle of 10 packs of ketones. They all have caffeine, which is equivalent to that in a cup of coffee. The caffeine is not responsible for the energy. The energy from ketones is actually a calm, sustained, get stuff done energy, not a spike and a crash afterwards. And that caffeine is just a little extra oomph that is like in a cup of coffee. But that Curious bundle does have 10 flavors. So it's a great place to start if you're not quite sure you want to do this yet, but you do want to give it a try. And when you choose to be a VIP member or activate your smart chip, you're going to get that discount, the circled number of $54. The Nat 20 box is a box of 20 packs of ketones, 10 with caffeine, 10 without, and 10 flavors as well. So it also gives you a great opportunity to try it for 10 to 20 days. You can drink one in the morning with caffeine, one in the afternoon or evening without caffeine, or you can stretch it out for the whole 20 days. It's another great way to get started and really start to experience a little bit more of the benefits. As your body uses ketones, it's going to send them to more different places, and your body is going to become more and more efficient the more it uses them. And sometimes that process takes 6 weeks. So keep that in mind. And that's why this Excited bundle is really exciting, because it has 30 packs of ketones, one for each day of the month, or 15 days if you do twice a day. And you get those 10 flavors 3 times. And then this box of Mitoplex, the little black box, is electrolytes. When you're in ketosis, you don't retain water or electrolytes. They leave when you're in ketosis, and you want to replace them. So our ketones are formulated with electrolytes. They're what's transporting the ketone to the blood, but the box of electrolytes is going to help you not experience any symptoms of dehydration, or which might be like headaches or nausea. Those don't usually happen, but if you don't replace your water or electrolytes, It's not from the ketones, but from that lack of them, you could experience that. So adding this, and then I've also heard our doctors and scientists talk about how adding electrolytes can enhance your fat loss over time as well. And then the last bundle is the all-in bundle. It has the iFast, that salmon covered colored box. It has 5 packages that have ketones, electrolytes, protein, and pills that are for DNA and anti-aging, and DNA repair and anti-aging. And you can use that for a 5-day intermittent fast. It's going to accelerate your results of an intermittent fast. You get to eat twice a day, and it is a great way to use 5 days. And then you get these 2 boxes of Keto Nat, 20 that have the variety box. And so then you have a coverage of 25 days here with this. And that's really where you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it a really good shot, and I'm going to see what happens. We always say take a 30 to 90 day approach because our bodies take some time. Sometimes we don't see everything that's going on inside of our bodies. So if we're looking for fat loss, it may or may not happen in those first 30 days. It might take 60 to 90 days for you to start seeing that happen in the way of pounds, but you probably will start to see things happen in your clothes. So I'm going to, those are our ways to get started. We have a few programs that I want to briefly talk to you about. One of them is really exciting. It's called the 3 for Free program. And you can actually earn your ketones for free just by referring 3 of your friends. So if you've heard any of the things that they've talked about or the benefits that you've seen on the screen and you're like, oh my gosh, I need my friend, my mom, my sister, my brother, my aunt, my next door neighbor to have this. I know that they're always complaining about being tired. They're always complaining about not being able to control their appetite. And I think they would love this. Then you can share with them as a customer, and you can get your ketones for free just by them ordering on a monthly basis. That's really exciting. That's up to $350 worth of product. The other ways to join our community are as an affiliate, which is a free program. On those 3 people that you refer or anyone after that, you get paid commissions just for sharing something that's going to help them to feel better. And when you start drinking this, people want to know what you're doing, and they're going to ask you. And then they also don't want you to keep it a secret from them. So when you get to earn free ketones plus earn money for those free ketones, so you're really like you're earning money for free ketones and drinking them, you're earning to drink. That's amazing. And if you want to start building a community of people within you who are also sharing ketones, you can become a promoter or a coach. And a coach is our amazing program with our doctors and scientists where we get to learn about how to optimize this, but from the scientific background paired with a coach supported coaching. And it's an amazing program that also enhances some other things. So before I go to that very last slide, I'm going to have Amy come off mute and share her experience with our being with these extra benefits past a customer. All right, Amy.
Hello, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share tonight. I'm Amy. I'm a wife of nearly 20 years now, which blows my mind. I have 3 teenage boys, and I work full-time as a finance professional, which is not 9 to 5. It's more like 9 to 7 or 8 some days. But I have found ways to squeeze in sharing because it's kind of a natural process in kind of the nooks and crannies of my day, as well as, I take some time on the weekends to really kind of plan out my week and get some stuff set up for my week. So, organization is key. I was introduced to ketones in November of 2022. I really was looking for something to help with menopause issues, especially the weight gain. And I kind of went in thinking maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I tried a whole bunch of stuff, how that goes. And I will say it worked. I lost 25 pounds of fat, which was fantastic. And I had an instant impact from the very first day that I drank my ketones. I felt amazing. My mood was elevated. My energy was there. My focus was totally on. It was one of those really stressful days at work. And I was just slamming through my work while I was standing at my desk dancing. And everybody's like, what are you on? So my boss drinks ketones. My coworker drinks ketones. We're kind of a ketone office now, and it's made such a nice workplace environment. So From the first day, I just knew I had to share it. I literally shared as a customer. I got my first customer as a customer, and later that afternoon, I messaged my friend and I said, "How do I sign up?" Because I need to do this. This is awesome. Um, and I just kind of knew it would be amazing for so many people. I could think of so many people that really just needed to feel better, and just get that little extra boost to get through their day. So I jumped in head first. I'm not new to social sales, but I was new to Pruvit, and I just kind of jumped in head first because they have a really simple system, and we have people that are there just waiting for us to introduce people to them, and they're there to help us out. We don't even have to know how the products work. We just need to say, "Hey, Christina, my
Mhm.
friend needs some help getting started, and she has some questions, and Christina will help walk her through." And you know, it's such a simple process. It's, you know, never had that in other companies. So I was really, really thrilled to have that here. So we have a great group of leaders, and I'm really, really excited. Every time I go into Messenger, I feel like I have another message from somebody saying how amazing they feel, or like that their clothes are fitting looser, or that they're just a better mom or a better wife, or, just getting through the day without having to take a nap. I mean, there's so many little wins that people send me. It makes my heart happy. I didn't really start it for the money, but I do really, really, really want to earn the car program. That's this year's goal. I'm super psyched that they have a fantastic car program that would actually cover the car payment I have. And I'm like, most programs would cover part of it. Um, and then with 3 teenage boys, I have one going to college in a year. So I'm starting to freak out a little bit about that. So that is a big goal for me. I'm really hoping to use this to supplement the college bill, because I just know that is going to be significant. And it's probably only going to get even bigger by next year. So I have gained so many amazing friends in this company. I went to my very first convention, and it was a game changer. In fact, I brought my husband along, and he went from being supportive of my hobby to being excited and sharing the business with me. So this business is the real deal, and I'm super excited to be here and keep growing with Pruvit.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. It's so exciting that we can be in a community of people who want to inspire other people to be the best version of themselves. That's actually the mission of the company. And then do that in the process in helping ourselves become our best versions, inspire other people to do the same, and then feel the fulfillment when that happens, and also get compensated for that. There's so many professions in this world that aren't compensated for the work that they're doing, but Pruvit really truly does compensate you for that. And like Amy mentioned, there is a car program, and there are many other benefits, which I'm going to show you real quick, just the differences between the ways to get started. And then we are finished, and we'll let you get back to the person that invited you. So the ways that here shows just a big snapshot of the differences between a customer, affiliate, promoter, and coach. The VIP club just means that you're ordering on a monthly basis, and then also the 3 for free program is available to you. As an affiliate, you get the addition of the VIP bonus, and then an affiliate retailer bonus, and then you just see how it's building as you go and build a bigger community. So a promoter gets additional rewards, and then a certified coach is getting additional rewards after that. And that's just exciting because you can start wherever you want on this spectrum, and a customer and an affiliate is free to get started. You don't even have to pay to get started in that way, but you get to earn. You don't have to pay, but you get to earn. And a customer, you can earn your ketones for free. So you get to fit where you fit in here. And then we are here to support you along the way. And we're here to support you in your journey towards your better, whatever that is for you and your family. It is something different for every person. And even in my last 6 years of sharing, that has changed and evolved over time. And I have support around me as well to help me grow into those spaces. So thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your time. We know that it's valuable. Happy Juneteenth to everyone who's celebrating that. And then also go back to the person that invited you to this call and let them know how you want to get started. Let them know which of those benefits excite you the most and would make your typical day better. And let them know which of the ways that you heard you want to be a customer or an affiliate or a promoter or a coach. And then they might connect you with someone else as well and help you get started. Well, they will help you get started for sure. So thank you again. Have a wonderful night, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.